Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have the info here for what TEQ Golden Frieza is going to look like after his EZA. Now, I just want to start out with, for me, in my opinion, I think this is like best case scenario for this Frieza. Like, I already saw some people kind of downplaying the Frieza, like, oh, you know, big deal, the Frieza team is already super tanky. But I mean, I'm one of these cats that nowadays I just care a lot more about defense than I do just overwhelming attacking power. I just do. So this Frieza got a massive defensive buff more than anything. That's mainly what this Frieza got. And I think that's a good thing too, by the way, because this Frieza already to me was like a defensive unit. I was not using TEQ Golden Frieza to do damage. Like, I was using him as a defensive unit. So maximizing his defensive abilities is something I'm really glad that Dokkan did, right? So there, of course, is info. Huge megaton shoutouts to the Dokkan Wiki as always. These guys always just have this up like so fast. One thing I want to check real quick. I want to double check what Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' leader skill is again. Okay, so he gives 4 ki and 100% to stats. Okay, and then Golden Frieza gives 3 ki and 120% to stats. Interesting. So that's I guess that makes sense, because, like, you know, the god leaders, right? Gotenks, Buhan, Super Vegito, Broly, Omega Shenron, they gave ki and, 70% to stats. And then, you know, Golden Frieza, Blue Kaioken Goku, SCR Cell, Goku Black, and Int Blue Vegeta, they just gave 100% to stats. Now they get 3 ki and 120%. So massive jump for their leader skill. You know, Frieza has a better leader skill than, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Broly, and also than, what's the other one? Angel Tech Goku, because you could use all tech units, right? So, I mean, honestly, 120% tech team of Super Tech, and then, like, you know, really, as far as villain cards, I would probably only put, like, LR Goku Black on a tech team. I'd have to look at it more. Maybe Hit, but, you know, Hit probably wouldn't. Well, I mean, yeah, Hit actually would work really well with LR Goku and Frieza, so that would work very good on a tech team. But, you know, I like that. That team is going to be strong. Like, it's good. That's going to be a good team. So, you know, Golden Frieza's leader skill is definitely relevant. Now, he still does immense damage. Now he massively lowers defense. I mean, I don't go crazy for lowering defense. It's not really a very important ability. Okay, so previously, Frieza reduced damage by 70%. Very good ability. And then he got 70% attack when HP is 50% or above. But the issue was both his damage reduction and his attack, they get nullified basically when he falls under 50% HP. So he basically is useless at that point. Now they have fixed that. So he is crazy, I think. So now he gets 80% attack, and he reduces damage received by 80% when HP is 50% or above. That's wild. So he is going to be ridiculously powerful. This guy is going to be insane in category Super Battle Road. And again, he's on Revived Warriors, he's on Movie Bosses, he's on Full Power, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline. You know, let's see. Movie Bosses, Full Power, Transformation Boost, and Wicked Bloodline all do not have category Super Battle Road stages. So this guy is going to be a monster for all of those teams. You know, when those category Super Battle Road stages actually come out, this Frieza is going to be tremendously good. Then, here's the big fix, though. Then he gets an additional 50% attack, and he loses 50%. And, yeah, damage received minus 50% when HP is 49% or below. Okay, so essentially he gets 50% extra attack, so he'll have 130% attack under 50% HP, and then he reduces damage by half under 50% HP. So, like, he's crazy. Like, that's big, because, again, the one sort of issue with this Frieza is, again, he is meant, I think, to be a defensive unit. That's the big draw of his card. Otherwise, he's a light kind of hard hitter. Like, he could get over 1 million, but, you know, not compared to other Dokkan Fest exclusives, especially nowadays, he's not going to hit that much, right? but now they're sort of amending that. So he's going to be fantastic offensively and defensively, but his defensive power is what's really good. So again, Dokkan Battlefield, Super Battle Road, these places, it's very important that this Golden Frieza be good. So I like what they did. I just flat out, I think this is really best case scenario. The Super Saiyan 3 TEQ Gotenks, like he's a tad underwhelming, but that's just because there's like that negative aspect already built into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' card. The physical Gotenks isn't really going to have the same issue because he has the monstrous 12 key multiplier and all that stuff, and he already does, immense on all of his attacks. So like that Gotenks isn't really going to have that issue. But the TEQ Gotenks, I feel like they could have made him a little bit better. I do really like him still, but they could have made him just a little bit better. Now, I think all of the other 100% leaders, so the Cell, Blue Falcon, Goku Black, all of them, and then also the 70% God leaders, none of them have like a negative aspect to them. So I think they're going to be crazy. And then like when we're talking specifically about like, what these other EZAs are going to look like the big thing I want to point out is I think that physical Goku Black, right now on Global and Japan, he's different. He's just a lot damn better on Global. That's how it is. I imagine his EZA will probably be the same for both Global and JP. That's sort of what I'm thinking right now. So, like, okay, let's look at his Global one, because he'll definitely, I feel like he'd be based on his Global one. The only thing is, I know he does have better stats on Global too. So he's got 14,800 attack on Global, and he's at, wow, his attack is way less on JP. Usually they have the same sort of the EZA units. I think they get the same buffs from just the EZA, right? Like we already know what the TEQ Golden Frieza's stats are going to look like, right? Over 17,000 attacks, so he's going to be hitting very, very hard even without his full attack passive active. So I don't know what they'll do with Goku Black. They might still be a little different on both versions, but I would imagine their passive would be the same. So if we look at what he does on Global, right? 3 key to extreme class units and then 3,000 attack for every key sphere obtained. I could see this changing to maybe he gives 3 key to extreme class, 50% defense to extreme class, and then he gets 15% per key orb or something like that. I don't know. It might even be a little better than that, but just an example of what I think physical Goku Black could do. And I imagine his passive will be the same on both versions, but again, his stats may still remain a little bit different. He might still be a bit better over on Global. So here's Golden Frieza, right? Very, very good. Now, the only thing is, I don't know. I don't think his EZA is going to be that difficult, but in order to beat his EZA event, you have to use the Wicked Bloodline category. Just came out on Global, AGL Metal Cooler, but here's the thing. AGL Metal Cooler is weak to TEQ, so he is going to be at a big time disadvantage on this event, right? He will really be able to get mashed up, which could be a bit of an issue. But I was looking through the category, and you have some really, really solid options. Number one and foremost is LR Metal Cooler Army right here. Free to play. Everyone should have this unit. I strongly recommend getting this unit over the TEQ Ginyu, over even the SCR Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, and the physical Majin Vegeta. I mean, they're both really good, but I think LR Metal Cooler should be everyone's first focus in Dokkan Battlefield. I would say him and LR Vegito Blue are kind of tied for me for how good they are. I mean, LR Vegito Blue gets a bit of an advantage because he's 100 times easier to rainbow than LR Metal Cooler. LR Metal Cooler took me 9 months to rainbow him, so that's a lot of time, right? But once you do that, he is ridiculous, and he's going to really, really be able to take control in Frieza's EZA. Also, this guy down here, I think, is going to be phenomenal for this event. This free-to-play Metal Cooler right here, I'm actually probably going to rainbow this guy. Because I think he's a solid enough option on the Wicked Bloodline category team. He could probably be semi-decent on a different team, just provided you're, for movie bosses, for example, just provided, you're using several other cooler units over there. This guy could probably still be decent on that team, right? So I'll probably rainbow him because he's going to be pretty damn good for this EZA. And, of course, he is a free-to-play unit. So already we have 2 very good free-to-play units, and then we're not done yet because this Frieza, who I recently rainbowed, will be absolutely outstanding here because he reduces damage, he gives 2 ki to allies, and he has 25% attack and defense he gives to allies. So you have these 3 int free-to-play units who are going to be very, very good in this event, will really make it a lot easier. And then, of course, you know, you also have this Golden Frieza, Angel Golden Frieza right here, who, of course, will he be the hardest hitter on the team in this event? He might be. He might be the hardest hitter in this event, either him or LR Metal Cooler. LR Metal Cooler might be able to do a bit more damage, but this Golden Frieza will still be able to do some good stuff. You could potentially use this Golden Frieza right here, or the AGL one, or the TEQ one. Really, all 3 of them will work. I think the AGL Golden Frieza is probably going to be your best bet, just because, you know, that 90% damage reduction, especially if you only care about getting the Sage 30, you know, this guy's probably going to be your go-to. You know, even 0% in the dupe system, he's taking no damage. Int Golden Frieza, I think, will be very, very strong here. You know, 60% attack and defense, plus he's int, so he'll be very solid here. And then you could use TEQ Golden Frieza as well, because, of course, he does reduce damage by 70%, so he'll be very solid. You know, and then, of course, as you're, you know, slowly Extreme Z awakening him, his passive will start to get a little bit better as, you know, he's awakening anyway. So, you know, this guy could be very good for the event with the damage reduction. So, like, thinking about it, you know, even though AGL Metal Cooler is, you know, the wrong typing, basically, and he'll get destroyed, the rest of the team is going to be very good for the event. The other thing to consider, too, is that Metal Cooler transforms under 50% HP. He goes in that giant form. He's going to be doing big-time damage to Frieza in that giant form. So I don't think this EZA is going to be too difficult. But there we go, guys. There's TEQ Golden Frieza's info. Very, very spectacular. I cannot wait. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch y'all next time.